Hi.
Hey.
Hello.
I was expecting like this big intro, and then it's like, oh,
I know.
hi.
It's exactly what we're doing right now. There we go.
This can't beat live entertainment, you know?
Yay. Happy day, everybody. Man, it's been a while since we've been together. Happy October. We're finally in spooky season. So we've made it.
We've been busy getting here, but yes, we've made it, and much fun ahead.
We've got a busy month ahead. But my name is Barbie. We've got Buffy and Vernon here. We are missing Morgan and Ty and Deb. So Morgan and Ty are about to have another baby, and so they're resting. So if you're watching, hi babies, rest up as much as you can. And hi mom.
Why is the baby not in the chat?
But yeah, the last Paranormal Unity we had was in July, end of July, 31st. And so we've got so much to catch everybody up on. Got lots of events this month, and we're happy for that. It's officially spooky season. I mean, it's spooky season all year round for us, but it's officially spooky season.
You can now have your pumpkin spice and drink it too.
Yes. And be okay and not be judged for it. Mariah Carey is thawing out as we speak.
Hey, no.
Christmas will be here.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Oh, but anyway, let's just jump right in. So thanks for joining, everybody. Join in the chat, and we're just going to pass it over to Vernon and let him take it away.
Yes, so we're going to go over what we've been busy doing since we last saw you. We're going to start off with these two lovely ladies and something that they did together, which was the Life Beyond 6 Feet podcast with Damien and Christy. And ladies, y'all killed it. Y'all represented rather well.
Thank you. You know, Damien did a really good job, with the questioning and just really like letting us get to hear his story too. I love that, so not only we know our story, but it's nice to get to know somebody too. So it was really cool.
And he was a lot of fun. That was a super, super fun podcast to do.
It really was, and it seems like we have a lot in common too, by the way that we investigate. And he knows a lot of the same people that we know, like outside of paranormal, like just like venue owners and things like that. There's a place in Smithville called Twisted Oaks, and RKB, his team before he started what he's doing now, they got to investigate there. So it's a pretty cool place. But what's going on, Danny? Thanks for coming in. What's going on, Stevie? Bulldog Paranormal there. And then we got Savage. What's going on? Will.
I work with Will.
Oh, there's Patrick and Will. Got you. Nice.
Will's always a good supporter.
So yeah, Life Beyond 6 Feet was awesome.
And did you have a little clip of that you were going to
Yeah,
play, Barbie?
I have a side note that says I'll play
I
a little
know.
piece of this for
Oh,
peek
she
behind
said
the
I
curtain.
don't.
I
Oh.
don't.
We're doing great. We're doing great over here tonight,
Yeah,
y'all.
I don't. You know, I was going to get a clip of that, but you know, it's not our content. So I mean, and I was just like, well, let's just send everybody over to the link. Just go to you're watching on our Facebook page. So it's there, and it's on YouTube too. Just search for Life Beyond 6 Feet with Damien, and there we are.
Okay, so moving on with live entertainment, we went to the beautiful Maggie Mansion. We'll talk more about Maggie Mansion later with some stuff, but yeah, our first investigation there, and it was absolutely beautiful and absolutely amazing.
I think we hit it off too with like Jen and Denise, just the owners. They're just so down to earth. They're really good people, and they want us to do a charity event. So we'll talk about that here in a moment. But again, like I don't have a piece to show there, but my favorite piece of evidence that we got from Maggie Mansion. So we did a reveal and all of that. Buffy and I went, and I learned a very valuable lesson last year at Harriman when I was walking through. I had my camera off and I had seen a full-bodied apparition, and if I would have had my camera on, it would have captured it. So regardless if I'm done filming or not, I'm keeping that thing on. And I'm glad I did at Maggie, because we got the very best EVP from the night there. And it is clear as day. Vernon, you took it and you cleaned it up.
Yep.
And I mean, it's clear as day. I'm walking through the corridor. It's just Buffy, Vernon, and I there. Buffy and Vernon are in the background talking. Both of their voices are distinguishable. They're talking, and I'm walking through, taking the camera back static to the kitchen, and it says Maggie, like clear as day. Somebody whispers it so loud. That it was really cool.
I can try to put it up if you want me to try.
You can try.
Yeah, give me a second. Let's see if this works. Live TV. Keep talking.
Oh yeah, Ashley is here. What's going on, Ashley? It's good to see you, darling.
I guess I cannot do it because it's audio, so I don't have the ability to do it. My apologies.
It's okay.
Technology.
So Danny says it was great working along with Vernon and Buffy for his first investigation. Yeah, I didn't get to meet
Smith
you.
County.
Yeah, it was an active one that night.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, I mean, it was good, but you know what? We captured so much. Like, not only was it intelligent there, don't you all agree? It was not only intelligent, but there was quite a bit of residual there. And you know, one thing, and most people know this about us anyway, is like when we used it as like a mock investigation because none of us had been there. And it's a home that they had up for sale. They're using it as an event space now. So I was like, this is a great opportunity for us to use it as a mock home investigation. So when we went into it, I was the only person who knew all of the paranormal claims. And it's by design because I want the rest of the team to be able to validate those experiences throughout the night. Right out the gate, as soon as we started our investigation, we sent Ty. I sent Ty to the kitchen to do a solo in the back of the house. And he comes back into base after about 30 minutes and he's writing in his notebook about his experience. And I said, well, what did you experience in there? He said, I saw a very quick black shadow. It went in front of me and it turned down the hall, down the kitchen. Lo and behold, that is a claim. So Jen and Denise have both seen this fast shadow that takes that same path. And it happened. Vernon, you saw it.
Yep.
And Morgan saw it. So 3 of our investigators that night saw that same thing. So we just kind of surmised that it might be residual. And we learned later that part of the basement was used as the Underground Railroad. I never found any documentation for that. But then again, I mean, the homeowners have done their own research. I trust that they know what they're talking about. But yeah, I thought it was pretty cool. What was your favorite thing, Buffy, from Maggie?
I'm on mute. I got all choked up. I apologize. Again, we're doing
We are
great.
live.
We're doing so good.
It is one of those weeks, guys. I don't even, that one. As funny as it is, I think one of my favorite moments, it's kind of a tie between the dowsing rod session that we had upstairs, where they kind of acknowledged that they did feel comfortable with the renovations. They were happy with everything there. And the post-sunrise Estes session downstairs when they told us to go to bed.
Yeah.
They were ready for us to go to sleep.
We were ready to go to bed. They were ready for us to go to bed. It was, it's the moment upstairs when we got confirmation that they were happy with things, but then the humor of that downstairs. There's a lot, there's great emotions in both on two different sides of it. There's kind of a tie between both of those. Because I love the sense of humor of, would you guys just go to bed? Get some sleep.
They were done with us. Laura's here. Vernon's better half there.
Hello.
Go to bed. Yeah, exactly. I'll go to bed. It's fine. But then, you go to bed and then we can't sleep, or I couldn't sleep anyway. Vernon was passed all the way out.
I never have problems going to sleep. I think about our intro, and you have the shot of Buffy in the hallway at the school we were at. If it was live audio, you could probably hear me snoring in it.
I mean, I do have that piece of.
No, ma'am. Let's move on.
We did show.
I do have it. Hold on.
Good morning, sunshine. You fell asleep, boo. With that, we're gonna wrap. It's time to go. We need sleep. Okay.
That will forever be stuck in the vault here.
I'm glad that I could provide you such great entertainment.
Love it. I love it. Yeah. He was slumped over. He was gone for the night.
But yeah, Maggie was
Anyway.
definitely a beautiful place, and we are looking forward to going back. But before we do that, we also visited a lovely place called the Ditto House.
Oh,
The Ditto House.
Vernon had a really good time.
We don't have to start off with that. We can talk about other things first. The Ditto House, in my opinion, probably one of the most active places. You don't even have to interact with it; it just does. Oh God!
Vernon was getting flirted with by a ghost at the Ditto House. Hi, Chris Lovebug. I love you.
Flirting is words. I was straight up.
Leanne, Black Wolf is here. Black Wolf Paranormal. Now, Leanne and Todd have been to the Ditto House many times. They're best friends with Ernie and Denise. And, Leanne, I know you know this, but the spirits kept calling for you and Todd that night.
Absolutely.
Oh, all night. Your names were announced the entire night.
It was incredible. It was just so funny because they were like, Todd, Leanne. But I can tell you the first moment that we stepped in that house, I had seen just a shadow upstairs, and I was like, okay, I mean, is there somebody upstairs? And Denise was like, no, there's nobody else home. It's just me and Ernie, which they were downstairs. So, I mean, immediately out the gate there, and Vernie was like, if you look up that stairs and you look in that mirror, you're going to see stuff. I didn't see anything up there the rest of the night, but when we first got there, we sure did. Buffy, I think you got your head got fuzzy.
Yeah, I was very, very dizzy and nauseated very quickly when we came into the entryway. It did not take very long at all. And I'm like, I cannot stand right here for any longer. I need to step away. It was great.
And then I got shushed.
Mhm.
Somebody said, "Hey," to me. And what was so funny is that I was like, wait, did anybody like say that? Because it was like we were just, I mean, only 15 minutes in the door. And Denise was kind of telling us why they put like crystals and rocks on the stairs, because the kids will take them or hide them, or they'll reappear or whatever. And somebody says, "Hey," like, and so I tell Denise what happened, and she goes, "That actually happened to another investigator." I can't really go into the details just yet, but there'll be something coming out and you'll see it. But it happened to another investigator. So I was able to kind of validate that claim. I got shushed. Buffy, you saw a 7-foot, really tall shadow. Leanne, you might know who that is.
Leanne, what is his name? I can't remember his name.
Yeah, we interacted with him quite a bit there.
They called him Mr. something, or
He's such he's a prankster. He loves to lurk and startle you.
Because y'all were all in the other room, and I was sitting on the chair, and all that stuff started
I
happening
loved it.
in that room.
He scared the snot out of me.
Hi, Mommy. Yeah, we don't remember what his name. They called him Mr. something. And
that was great because he scared me. And then I was like, and then we asked him, "Did you think that was funny?" And of course he let us know yes. And I was like, "Well, good job. You got me."
And then there was a really scary moment. We all were in the room upstairs where their son sleeps. He wasn't home. He's grown, but he was staying the night with his girlfriend or whatever. And we all were in that room, and we had Vernon locked up in the bathroom by himself. Actually, you went in there on your own.
I went in there.
Free will.
And you could definitely feel it building up to what you're about to talk about.
Yeah. And so it really was. It was building up and building up. And the next thing we know, the house shook. There was a big bang. I mean, Denise and Ernie flew. They thought somebody was in the house. I don't know.
I forgot that happened. Oh my gosh.
It happened right behind me. So I don't.
Yeah. Vernon came flying out of that bathroom, and it was crazy. Mr. Porter.
Oh, Mr. Porter. Yes. I love the first time you answered that though, Leanne. Yes, it's Mr. I forgot his name. Like that's me. I'm like, his name. I know there's a recording somewhere where we said his name. I just haven't listened to the recording yet.
And so anyway, it happened but there was just a door between me and Vernon, and then everybody else was on the spread out on the other side of the room. So I mean, I felt the floor shake.
Mm-hmm.
They went outside. They did the perimeter. They looked inside. Nobody. It was nobody. And so we're like, I don't know what happened, but that scared the absolute shit out of me.
Well, so. That's like one of our other investigators was laying in one of the other rooms. Well, Morgan, I'll say she was laying in the ladies' quarters, laying down for a little while. She never knew what happened. She didn't hear it, feel it, or anything because, my first instinct was go check Morgan, we need to check on her. And we go in there and she's like, I never heard anything. And we're just all like, how did you not?
Yeah. How did you not? How did you not feel it? That's the crazy thing.
Yeah. Vernon slept in the murder room. Yeah. Did you feel anything that night, Vernon?
Slept. I mean, other times I felt things, but during sleeping, no, I did not.
Buffy, you saw a shadow, or you saw the shawl move or whatever in the ladies' room.
Yeah. Yeah.
There was just so much of that night.
It was a shadow. It looked like it lifted the shawl that's on the back of that wingback chair in the corner. It lifted and came back down. I was in there by myself.
Yeah.
You know what? I did feel something in the murder room. Now that you mention it, when I was laying down to go to bed, irritation because I had two cackling hens just going nonstop at 2 or 3 a.m. in the morning. Just all right, the sun's getting ready to come up. Can y'all? I even got old man and started flashing my flashlight in there.
Yeah. So, Leanne, I wish we knew what that was too. But I can tell you after that, Vernon laid on the bed and something
Yes.
got frisky with him.
He was propositioned.
Proposition ain't the word, but yes, had a physical experience that was quite titillating.
His
I
exact
guess
words
it's
were, I don't know how to describe this, but I feel like my balls are being tickled. And we're like,
yeah,
what?
yeah, and all of our equipment, not my equipment, but all of our investigation equipment would speak to everything I was feeling. Buffy was in Estes, and responses she was getting was going along with what was happening to me. It was,
I got some definite first on responses under the Estes method
yeah,
that night. That
like,
yeah.
I got up from the bed, and she would very quickly say, "Lay back down." Yeah.
So he got more than just sleep that night.
Ditto House was definitely moving for me.
The Diddler house.
The Diddler House, yeah.
At that point, it was a great experience. Denise and Ernie are just, they are incredible humans. And they are just great people. They really are. And and Buffy and I talked about this earlier today, like, we would love to just go ahead and send them money and just put us on the list for whenever they decide to open the house back up, because wow, I want to go back so bad. I mean, they're great hosts, great people, great home.
The property is beautiful. We went outside, and the riverfront, everything was just amazing.
It's gorgeous there. It really is.
Definitely has a new name per Vernon from Leanne.
You got diddled at the Ditto house.
Oh, well, my.
Moving on. But yes, thank you. It was a wonderful experience. Our next investigation was the Dr. Walton house, and very, very wonderful house. Great hospitality there as well. We always have the best hosts. It seems like this was quite a investigation as well. Passing it on to y'all.
You know what, to be honest with you, because we left early that night. I wasn't feeling well. So we left early. And so I hated that I didn't give it 100%, because every time we go into an investigation, we give it 100%.
And we were all exhausted.
That was when we didn't. Yeah, we were not firing on all cylinders that night. We were getting some, we got voices, we were getting some reactions, but all of us hit one of those moments where Barbie had some back issues. She was not feeling well. Vernon had been working all day, had been working a lot all week, and was just end of the rope, kind of tired. I had been running all week and dealing with a lot, and I was doing good to string words together in the form of a sentence that day. We had all hit such a wall, and we couldn't give it what we really should have.
Right.
And that's when we all in discussion, because Heather there is absolute gem of a human being.
She really is.
We have talked to Heather, and we are very eager to get back there on a night that we can give it the investigation it deserves.
Yeah. I mean, it was incredible, because there was one thing that happened earlier in the night. Buffy and Vernon, you both were hearing voices. And then I had my music box in what they call
it was the children's room.
The children's room downstairs. We were nowhere near it. And this thing never goes off. And it started going off. And then Buffy runs in there with her EDI, and we're getting pressure hits. And it was really interesting. So we had like a burst of activity that had happened, and then it just died back down again, which is kind of normal in an investigation too. But then, as the night progressed, I just kind of went more downhill, to the point where I kind of removed myself from the investigation, and Buffy and Vernon kind of did their thing, and then I jumped back in. But we lasted until what, about 2:30?
Yeah, it was about 2:30, I think. Yeah,
but we're definitely going to go back, and we're going to give 100% of ourselves. Vernon has a crush on one of the spirits there,
on Miss Wavy.
Yeah, Miss Wavy.
You walk in, anybody that's been to Cracker Barrel knows the old timey photos that are on the wall and everything like that. And most of them you just don't want to look at because they're kind of eerie looking.
Mm-hmm.
They had one of Miss Wavy in this room we were in, next to Miss Laura Green that's in the chat. Probably the most beautiful person I think I could ever say that I've ever laid eyes on.
She is beautiful. She is one of those, when you see the picture of her, when you see her, the picture of her, it's the old Western movies that you see now. She's the quintessential badass lady that's also beautiful in those types of movies and TV shows. Now, she was.
You could tell she commanded a room whenever she was in the room.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find a picture of her. Yeah, I got it.
Oh, here we go. Somebody had to mention it.
Hold on. I got to upload it for everybody to see.
But also some of the best smelling candles that you'll ever find out there.
Oh, yeah.
Their gift shop there. The apothecary items, the teas, their candles, everything. Oh, my gosh.
Yeah. Buffy and I had a heyday. We went back a couple weeks ago, and we had a heyday in that gift shop. I mean, I bought so much stuff. So did Buffy. I mean, but we definitely want to get back for sure. And
it was just amazing, all the history of the house and the family and everything like that.
It really was, yeah.
Yeah. Very interesting.
Yeah, it really was. Okay, there we go. I can save it now. I'm doing really good. It's been a great week for me, everybody. Okay. Let me bring it over here, and then I will share Miss Wavy's picture. I'm going to present and share my screen. And it's going to be Miss Wavy Lee Cook. And there she is.
She actually kind of looks like Laura.
She does. She's gorgeous.
Yeah. Like, that is a woman.
Yeah, she's gorgeous. You can just tell, be like, I am sassy and don't mess with me. But it was awesome. It is awesome. We have a question that comes in. So do people reach out to y'all saying that they've experienced weird things and that we come out and stay the night to see? Yeah, we do home investigations. Now, home investigations, we really don't stay the night because, they want their home back. But yeah, I mean, that's something we have done and will do.
That's the core of what we do. Definitely are happy to go out and help people understand what's going on with them.
We will definitely get into that too, because
that's something coming up in just a few minutes.
We're actually going.
And Leanne, I hope you're still on here when we get there.
So one last piece, moving on from the Dr. Walton house, we were scheduled to go to the Gaines house, but due to Mother Nature and the hurricane that just ravaged the southeastern part of the United States, we could not go. So
yeah, it was awful. But we've we've also rescheduled that, which we'll talk about in a second.
Which that is all I have. Let's pass it on over to Miss Buffy.
All righty. So upcoming for us, the first off is this weekend at Maggie Mansion, as Barbie was talking about earlier, and Vernon, that we have investigated previously. This weekend we have our charity ghost hunts, or our events, and it's sold out Friday night and Saturday night.
Awesome.
If you didn't get a chance to get in on this one, we are hopeful that there will be more events in the future with them, and just keep an eye out on our page, and we will announce when and if there are more. We are very hopeful for that. Looking forward to it. Keep an eye on our page too over the weekend. We may post up as the weekend goes with things going on. Also, if you're interested, as you know, with it, also go follow Saving Maggie Mansion on Facebook, and you'll see updates on their page as well. And then Bell Witch Cave, October 17th. Their public hunt with the Black Wolf Paranormal. That is Leanne and Todd Eskew on here. We will be co-hosting with them along with a couple of others and there is, am I correct? There's one ticket remaining for that night, I believe. Is there one ticket or is it? Okay. And then I was waiting for watching.
Yeah, hopefully Leanne will answer, because there was one, I think, yesterday, but it might have already been sold by now. I don't know.
I'm very excited for this
I'm very
event.
excited too, because living as close as I have lived to the Bell Witch Cave literally my entire life, this will be my first time there.
Same.
My daughter has camped on the property before. She grew up with friends with part of the family, and her and her friends, they camped on the property as teenagers. And I'm like, I used to be jealous of her doing that, and now I get to go and do this weekend, or that.
Oh, I'm so excited.
I'm so excited.
Oh,
There's one ticket left. Go, if you can't get in on it for October, go follow the Black Wolf Paranormal. They have one more for this year that's in November, and tickets are up and available now for the November event if you want to get in on that one. And you can go and get tickets for that. So there's one ticket left for October. If you can't get in for that, go check out their November event. Also,
anybody that goes, let me give you one piece of advice. Do not take anything home from that.
Yeah.
No, I do know that.
Pick up a rock and don't take it.
I've never been there.
Not good.
Make sure to brush them out from your shoes before you
go. But the history of the Bell Witch, I actually got to participate in a movie premiere of a movie called The Bell Witch Movie. Back when I worked for a radio station in my younger days, got to meet Betsy Palmer doing that. She played the Bell Witch, but just the history of it and the fact that we're going to get to participate in that, it's kind of humbling, you know?
It is. I mean, Todd, Leanne, thank you for including us. Thank you so much. It means so much.
Todd and Leanne at Black Wolf, they are the home team for the Bell Witch Cave. They are the team that conducts all of their public hunts. They are also working with a couple of the hay rides. If you want to get in on that too, seriously, go follow Black Wolf Paranormal. If you want to do anything with the Bell Witch Cave, that is where you go.
And speaking of the November Bell Witch Cave, Stephen Denson is here with Mid 10, and they're going to be co-hosting in November. So
yes, absolutely, they're great guys. So
yeah,
that would be a fun one also. And then, as we get further into October, Saturday, October 19th, we have our annual Halloween event at Old Historic Harriman Hospital. That is a mouthful to say all at once.
Buffy, do the voice. Do the voice. Come on. Do it. Do the voice.
I can't. My voice is so cracky at the moment. I can't.
Do it, Vernon. You do it.
You do it.
The doctor will see you now.
I love it. The doctor will see you now.
It's going to be a fun time.
It
This
is.
is actually. Go ahead.
There's tickets still available. Barbie has thrown our link up there at nightsongparanormal.com/Halloween. Tickets are available. It's going to be a good time. This hospital
It's
it
incredible.
never disappoints. It
Never.
never disappoints.
And we can and it's such a big hospital. It's like 180,000 square feet.
Mhm.
And it's like, and there's 2 separate buildings and it's huge and everybody can spread out and it's scary as shit. I saw a full bodied apparition in that hospital.
Yeah.
Buffy has gotten.
I had somebody try to
IV
take,
marks.
it was like they were trying to do a blood draw.
Yeah. And it's just, it's incredible.
When we were there in the spring, we were all in a line walking down. Down the hallway near
We
the
were in
children's
City Block Hall,
and we walked by the children's room, and Buffy looks, and I look, and I stop, and Buffy goes, "Oh, you see Buffy shaking her head, yes." And I said, "Let's just back up a little bit." And we saw the exact same shadow figure standing less than 2 feet away from us in a doorway. It was remarkable. And this actually marks my 1-year anniversary with doing something with NightSong Paranormal. So
Yay!
It does.
Yay.
1 year being stuck with us.
yes,
Yep.
going to be spending a lot of time in the kitchen. That kitchen area.
I know that kitchen.
Some of the
pretty...
smartest, intelligent haunting I've ever seen. Because we were down there. We were actually one of the first groups to get down there with our event last time.
And got escorted right out.
We were escorted right out.
Yeah. Yep. Yay, Ashley. Yeah.
Ashley got touched last time we were there. Darted across the room. So that was quite entertaining for me.
It was great. Good times.
And then Barbie, what is the 26th? I'm sorry, I blanked on the date for the next one. October 26th at the Buchanan Log Home in the Donaldson area they are doing their cemetery living history tour at the Buchanan Log Home Family Cemetery. We will be doing a 1-hour paranormal hunt at the cemetery after kind of the cemetery tour. Barbie, I forget what time it is at. Could you?
Yeah. So the living history tour. So they're going to have actual people, who are kin to the Buchanans. They're going to be doing the living history from 5 to 7. And then we're going to do our paranormal investigation from 7 to 8.
Okay. Thank you, Barbie. I'm sorry. My mind walked away for a moment there. I apologize.
It's been a week. I'm telling you.
Barbie said earlier, it has been a week. It's Wednesday.
It's only Wednesday.
It's Wednesday. It should already be next week with the way this.
I'm just happy to be here.
Behind a Barbie and a Buffy, behind the besties, is a man shaking his head, and his name is Vernon.
If you want to know if you want to know how we act at 3:00 in the morning, this right here is it giggling.
This is kind of what it looks like. Yeah.
And me snoring.
Let me play that again. I'm just kidding.
No. That's okay.
Then in November, I'm so excited about this first weekend of November. Barbie and I are doing a besties trip, and we are going to Bardstown. We're going to head up with the Haunted Discoveries. We're going to go do the Haunted Discoveries event that they're doing at the Jailers Inn for the weekend, and check that out. We are both stoked to get to investigate with them. I'm super, super eager to pick some brains and watch some techniques that they do firsthand. And just, there's that again, there's a lot of techniques that they do. There's things that I want to see in action. And
yeah, I really admire the way that they investigate. And
yes,
it reminds me a lot of how what we do, but we're also like we're learning a lot, just not from them as well. So it's like they not only use the science, but they use like environmental tools to kind of back up those claims, and things that we never really would have thought to use before, like the kestrel drops, things like that. And it's really interesting. So I can't wait to meet them and investigate with them and learn more, because it doesn't matter how long you do it, there's always room to learn and grow. So bring on the technology and the education. Let's go.
What else is in Bardstown that's interesting?
Well,
I will have no time.
Lives near.
I will have no time for bourbon. I'll have no time for bourbon that weekend. Although I might make a stop and buy some to bring home.
Vernon's first thing would be oyster bars near Bardstown.
Hey, that's also a true one too.
See, I go straight to bourbon, but
yeah, bourbon is the number one answer.
Listen, the weekend that we all went to Kentucky for your birthday, Barbie, and I rode with Vernon because I was worried about range on my car. Mm-hmm. When we were having to drive through all of bourbon country, I rode with Vernon. I was like, hey, let's just tell everybody else to have a great time. We'll go investigate distilleries.
Yeah.
Oh, I would love to investigate a distillery. That'd be awesome.
I mean, granted, they have been investigated. They are, it is investigatable, but
yeah. The history.
I wanted to investigate the bourbons.
Yeah.
But
you get me near Four Roses, I'm going. Like Four Roses will drag me in there.
And then our Gaines House do-over will also be in November after, copious amounts of bad weather, just making it a no-go this past weekend, and all of us being happier that we just stayed home and did not attempt that.
Yeah, safety
first.
Sure.
So November will be the do-over for that. And then, December through February is off season, but it's off season. We'll land.
We'll still do something.
There will be things.
I will make my way to
off season.
I will make my way to Ebles at some point within those months. You can believe that. Smith County, we are coming in.
Like there will be something. So
yeah, for sure.
I
can't go that long without Ebles. So
yeah, I was right across the street from there the other day, and I didn't know.
Oh my word!
Oh, I ran up there to take stuff to drop off to them, and then came back home.
All right. So some questions. We're going to get into some questions real quick, and everybody, paranormal investigators, people who just love spooky shit, feel free to answer any of these. We would love to see your answers to some of this. K2 meters. We all love them. We all have them. We all use them. They're great devices to have. But the more that we use these, the more testing that we're doing on them with like tri-field meters, because we're finding that although they're widely used, we found many instances where they just can't be reliable. And so really, there are pros and there are cons to using them. And so in y'all's opinion, what are the pros and what are the cons? And what are some things that fellow paranormal investigators can do to narrow down or minimize the false positives?
I would like our tech manager to go first.
Buffy, would you like to answer?
Oh, I'm so bad about answering on this one personally. So bad.
I had to text Barbie earlier. I'm like,
The pros for me with those are they are a decent, basic starter pack tool. It's a good pro, like it could be a low cost, basic starter pack tool to learn as a beginner with. Because we all know starting out in this is not cheap. And it is a good basic thing. But as you're learning with it, you've got to understand the sensitivity of them and to do, okay, you see Barbie right there with her phone against it. You've got to learn. You've got to keep it back away from anything electronic, period. So when you're live streaming, anything like that, if that K2 is going off, when you're on live and you're putting your phone closer and closer to it, going, oh, look, it's going off more. It is your phone causing it to go off more. And the lights on that do not distinguish what type of field is going off. They are very, like Barbie there has her tri-field. I carry I carry a digital tri-field. The standard light up K2 that Barbie had holding up just a minute ago, mine broke about 3 or 4 months ago, and I have not, and I won't be purchasing another one because the reliability of them in comparison. But I feel like on the front end and as a learning tool, as you build up, I feel like they're a good tool to start learning. Now, when we're at events and larger sessions with a lot of people, anything like that, having one sitting out, again, without a lot of electronics in front of it and around it, as a yes, no type tool, a response type tool, it can be very effective, if we have other things working in correlation with it. But as far as my, I prefer to have something, again, like, Barbie has that tri-field. I carry that one that you can see. I don't know if my stuff's flipped for y'all or not, but it shows, mine breaks it down. So you can see that mine's showing Wi-Fi and phone as my signal. It gives EMF, RF, and then the EF is actually static fields. So I like having the breakdown so that I know specifically. I have seen recently, I've watched a K2 peg out, but when putting this up against it, my EMF wasn't moving at all, but my RF, the radio frequencies were pegging all the way out. But a K2 meter was pegging all the way to the red, but it was not EMF. It was radio frequencies that was causing it. So it just kind of becomes it's investigatively ghost hunting in some investigative wise. It's a tool that can be used research wise, not so much. So it's kind of based on what you want from it.
Yeah. It's, and again, I mean, we're just one of those teams. Like we see other people, doing that, going live, and their K2s are pegging out. I'm not going to be the person to tell them, hey, it's pegging out because you're online or whatever. But, just as long as other investigators know what they're doing, they might already know that that's what's happening and that's what they want. That's what gets them views or whatever. But if they don't know, then, I think it's good to just kind of educate along the way.
Well, I will say I've done that on accident. Like I've been on live and moved forward. And then when I've watched from a different video camera afterwards, I'm like, oops.
Yeah.
Sometimes you're excited and you don't think about it.
Yeah. You just don't think about it. Yeah.
I caused that.
Do you have anything, Vernon?
So,
I
will start this with, as always, we are not the end all be all when it comes to knowledge of anything when it comes to paranormal, because nobody is. What I will say is a lot of what Buffy says is true. There are different fields of energy that a K2 meter, basic K2 meter, will pick up on and can be manipulated in different ways. Know your equipment, know how you use it. And we will go into this in a few minutes. I personally love a K2 meter. Simple, and it's actually a really good interactive tool, especially if you have a controlled environment where you've done all your research with the different tools that we use. it's good to just sit on a table and say, okay, do what you're going to do. And that to me is why I love a K2. As far as the false positive, there are false positives. I mean, it happens. I'm the worst person when we're on an investigation. Where's your phone? Like, who's got a phone? Like, I can tell somebody's got a phone. Turn it off. But recently, Buffy and I were, where were we? Were we at the Dr. Walton house?
That was the Walton house.
I think
Walton
Maggie.
house.
No,
Oh,
the Walton
Walton
house. That's the
No,
one, because that was the RF
Starlink.
one.
Yeah.
That was
So-
the Starlink thing.
We were in the middle of a room, mind you, and I was following a pattern with my K2, and it was going crazy. She was just talking about it. The RF level was going crazy, but her actual millicows were not going crazy. The actual EMF field. So we're looking all over this room for what could be causing this, and all of a sudden she stood in front of me and it stopped. I said, okay, there's something between you and because these ladies could tell you I'm the worst when it comes to debunking. Like, I'm like this. And she stood in front of me, stopped. K2 went completely dead. She moves, crazy. There was a Starlink unit in the window that whenever a person walks in front of it, it blocks that field so that it couldn't read on the K2. So definitely know your equipment, do your research.
That one was that was a very cool experiment with all of
Yeah.
that. That one was a very cool one.
It took us 15 minutes to figure out what was going on, because it was just right in the middle of a room.
Right at the top of a chair.
The top of a chair is what was doing it. But it was actually the Starlink unit about 5-6 feet away. And that just shows you that 5-6 feet away was causing red spikes with an internet unit. So with a live streaming phone, you can tell. The closer you get, just be aware of it. But yeah, know your equipment. But I love the K2. I will always continue to use it because I like the Q&A
It's how
sessions that I use
spirits
with
flirt
it.
with Vernon
I
at
like-
the Ditto House.
That's like I said, I like it for the Q&As. For
Like-
that, but I got really hooked on being able to see the breakdown.
Yeah.
On
If you're-
what's what with it.
Once you've used the tri-field to fully clear out what's going on, and you have your baseline, and you know where is what, and then you have a K2 reacting, could be something paranormal. And that's what the fun of it is. And it's easy to, but yeah, definitely use other equipment to verify what you have. You can't just go off one thing.
So we have a question that has come in from Miss Green.
Mm-hmm.
How do you de-escalate once something scares you to your core?
We actually kind of talked about that a minute ago whenever we were doing our planning session for our event. And we were talking about you, Miss Laura. So
That's usually a go outside and take a few breaths and kind of get grounded moment.
Yeah.
mm-hmm.
For lack of
And sometimes we have
bit-
to ground each other. Like Buffy has had to take me out.
Yeah.
and calm me down. Usually I'm the one that remains calm, and I had a panic attack, full on panic attack.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, it can happen to the best of us. It really can.
Yeah.
And not saying that I'm the best of it, but I'm usually keep my cool. I usually
Barbie and
hide.
I've known each other 19 years. I've seen her have one panic attack.
Yeah. I mean, I usually hide my emotions pretty well. And so, she knew I was in trouble. And so it can happen to any one of us at any time. I've seen Vernon be affected in a jail. I've seen him be affected, and we have to rally around each other. So yeah, I mean, Laura, if you get scared at any moment, just know all you have to do is maybe we can have a safe word or something, and one of us can take you out and ground you.
Yeah.
It's that simple.
Always be with people you can trust and that you are safe with, that will not push you beyond where you need to be pushed.
The one good thing, Laura, this weekend is that house is very warm and welcome.
It's welcoming.
It is.
Yeah. But yeah, just knowing who you're with and knowing a plan just in case something happens.
Yeah. Ashley has a follow-up question about the K2s.
Mhm.
So when I was showing that it lit up like a Christmas tree next to a phone, but she wants to know if the K2 will react to the same with the phone on airplane mode.
Most times it will not react the same because it's not broadcasting. That's what generally causes a K2 to be affected by a phone, is the fact that it is the tri-field would actually speak to this. You know, Buffy was talking about the RF field. It's sending out a radio wave. And
I'll give you a great example. Here we go. Ready? So my phone is in regular mode, right? Regular. It's kind of pegging out, right? So I'm going to set it on airplane mode. I just set it on airplane. If y'all can see that, probably not, but it's now on airplane mode. Look, it's still
are you
going.
connected to Wi-Fi?
Yeah, you have to. Are you your Wi-Fi on?
Oh, that's
also?
right. I was waiting for it to stop.
Yeah, that was a
Let's see.
Wi-Fi ping.
Okay, so let me go ahead and turn off Wi-Fi.
See, we're doing debunking right here on the interwebs.
So Wi-Fi is now turned off. I've got everything turned off. It's on airplane mode. It's pegging. That's
interesting.
Pegging.
So it is reacting.
But I am on a laptop that's using.
Mm-hmm.
That's fair. Yeah, your laptop's going.
Laptop could be. Got my. You know, I have other electronics around me, so as you can see, other electronics are in the room. So that's why you need a tri-field meter. So
Mm-hmm.
like this, I can now turn it on and there's nothing. Well,
See,
when I turned
mine,
it.
That's because you moved.
It's moved it.
My radio frequency and static is insane, both on and off of airplane mode.
So that's why
my EMF is almost nothing.
I'm just going to hold up my phone.
So anyway, yes, airplane mode. Now sometimes we do put these in Faraday bags,
mm-hmm.
Which will block signal completely. So I mean, that's just important when we're doing an investigation that we try to make it as contamination free as possible, and just, you know. Anyway, great questions, great follow-up questions. So we kind of touched on this a little bit about environmental data. So why is environmental data essential in paranormal investigations, and what devices do we use as a team or recommend others to maybe try out for collecting and analyzing data? I'll let, again, tech and evidence manager.
Well, and I was gonna turn my Bluetooth back on my phone to show how the Kestrel works, how my little Kestrel drop works, because it measures humidity, temperature, barometric pressure, wind speeds, like several things in real time, and it Bluetooths to my phone. But I had to turn off the Bluetooth on my phone because it was competing with my laptop, with my AirPods,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't want to lose that again if I turn that on.
Technology.
And it's great, but it is really cool because it graphs everything. I can keep it recorded and get averages, spikes, anything like that. And then my other little favorite guy is my EI. Plus, I'm really, 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 really ready for them to put out whatever their next edition is. I'm stalking the hell out of it to find out. I love my EDI. So your EDI, it measures the temperature. I have to look at it because I always forget. If I just try to say everything it does, I'll forget something. It'll give me temperature changes, pressure changes, humidity. This right here is a geophone, so it gives it'll let you know if anything has on vibration. And then this is an EMF detector. it will record and give a spreadsheet that you can, run data from. The developers have on their site words are hard today, y'all. I am so sorry. The developer on their website, you can take your spreadsheet and drop it into some software that they have, and it'll create graphs and everything for you from all the data collected. That little dude right there, that it provides a lot of great phenomena that you can bounce off of if there is a pressure change, along with typically there's a temperature drop. As the theory is, there's a temperature drop as an entity is attempting it's kind of they're drawing in everything around it to get the energy to manifest, to show up, to do what it's going to do. And then you'll have this rise in temperature directly after. And that's the theory is that is the temperature burst of them doing the thing that they're trying to manifest to do. This also changes the pressure in the room or at that immediate area at the moment. So you'll see that pressure shift, and also typically see some sort of EMF, see your milligauss sort of shift. So when you experience something, to have the data of those points backing it up, it all starts to work together, on the
kind
research.
of coincides. Yeah.
It becomes, there's a lot of work in this to turn this research, to turn the para research field into less of a pseudoscience and into an actual research, into an actual scientific field. So
I would pay handsomely for somebody to build me a real life working PKE meter. If anybody knows.
I would too. I would fricking do it too.
Instead of a little thing going off and little wands coming up, it'd be great.
I would really love to have one of those ion cameras or whatever. Those would be cool to have. Yeah, EMCCD would be so awesome to have, but they're so freaking expensive. That would be a cool toy. Okay, this next question goes for everybody in chat. So you're invited to a ghost hunt, but you're only allowed to bring 3 items in with you. And these can be any items, not just like equipment, but just anything. What are you bringing with you?
I'll go first. A flashlight. Number 1. We go into some damn dark places. Number 2, and I hate to say it, but a K2 meter. And number 3, I'm just going off equipment, not just everything. But number 3, probably an audio recorder. That'd be my basic bump in the night kit. Oh, snacks. Yes. Can't forget snacks.
Listen. We don't want to be hangry up in a haunted place.
Yeah, no, you see us eat. Like, we eat. But yeah, that's my 3.
What about you, Buffy?
My phone, a battery pack.
Oh, that was mine too. Okay.
Wait, my phone? Because my phone...
I know where you're going.
If I can only take 3 things, because that means my phone covers having a flashlight, a voice recorder,
and a video.
And video and photos.
Yep.
Like that gets my voice recorder, video, and photos all covered. And flashlight with all of that. A battery pack. That was mine. So that I have power to my phone.
Mm-hmm.
And energy drink.
See, I remember investigating. I remember investigating in days that we didn't have smartphones. So,
Flashlight,
Listen,
coffee,
we're-
and lots of prayers for Laura. Yeah, those are good. Ashley, phone, battery pack, water. Those are really good. So yeah, Buffy, you and I are on the same wavelength because I said phone because it covers a flashlight, it covers video, audio, and photos. And then if I need help, I could call out.
And you can also use apps. I mean, to
Yeah,
piggyback on that.
it's got the ITC devices or apps on there. So we've got some instrumental trans communication happening on the phones with Spirit Talker, which Spirit Talker's really been impressing
It's been pretty
me lately.
on point lately.
It's impressing me. And then a energy drink of some sort and probably Slim Jims.
Can't go wrong with Slim Jims.
We need food and energy. So that's probably what I would do. But I mean, there's just we have so much stuff that we bring in to places. Wouldn't it be nice to just be like, yeah, we're just going to pick 3 things for this next investigation and work off that. That would actually be quite a challenge, but it would be fun.
I think I did that the last time Buffy and I went to Smith County.
Did you?
I went very basic.
The last part of the night, we both just, oh no, that night at Smith County, we both kind of.
Yeah.
Where were we that we did that? Because I kept going, I don't have my camera.
That was Smith County because you told me you weren't bringing it.
Yeah, we went light.
Yeah.
Need the coffee, huh?
We had all the things at Morgan County. All the things at Old Stone Jail.
Yeah, I think I just brought my backpack to Smith County. I didn't take my pack out.
We didn't bring the boxes in.
There's just, especially like if we have DVR. I mean, I have a stackable rolly cart. Buffy's got a stackable rolly cart. Vernon's got a stackable rolly cart. And there's so much equipment that we have between the 3 of us. And we have backpacks filled with stuff too. So then you add Morgan stuff in the mix.
Wires going
tie
everywhere with
stuff,
chargers.
wires out everywhere. Mom, when she's with us, stuff that she has. Okay. Another question for everybody. Your friends, you've died, and your friends are trying to summon you. What are 3 items that they need to use in order to get you to communicate with you? So
Mm.
I went first last time.
I asked the question. Buffy, you go first.
I don't know. Energy drinks. I don't know.
For me,
if you were trying to summon me, Barbie,
yes.
What would you use?
A Tesla.
I would bring, if I were trying to summon Buffy, what would I bring? Really good cup of coffee. Really good bourbon. And a really good, like, vintage piece of art or furniture from an estate sale. I don't know. She loves those things. She loves dead people things. So
hell, I'd probably be attached to something already in this house. Actually, Monster Couch.
Monster Couch.
I'd be attached to Monster Couch.
For me, it's really easy. And you bring some sort of like, can I pet that dog? Peppy dog. Can I pet that dog? Bring puppies.
3 puppies.
Bring 3 puppies, and you will absolutely 1,000% get me. I'll be like, it's just a baby. I'm the EVP. It's just a baby. What about you, Vern?
Laura could answer this probably.
Oh, Lord.
To
Do
get
we
my
even want to know?
to get my attention to summon me.
A picture of Wavy.
Well, that's Laura's answer there. If there are three things, okay,
Laura said,
I'm gonna type this, and then as soon as Laura, you're gonna answer this.
Laura's macaroni and cheese, Christmas music, and a sloth. I have to know, why a sloth?
She loves sloths. She thinks they're adorable.
D&D characters.
Yeah, D&D would be correct. Okay, so mine would be a Hershey with almonds. Like, I am forever wanting Hershey with almonds. Like, it's like my thing. Even though I'm a diabetic, I love Hershey with almonds. Popcorn. I could single-handedly live off popcorn. And movies.
Not
Good movie.
oysters. Not oysters.
No, the oysters ain't that high on the list. But yeah, those three things, or chocolate covered almonds, Hershey with almonds, something chocolate almonds, because those three definitely go all good together. Because I will put the almonds in the popcorn and eat it. If you see me at a Regal movie theater, popcorn everywhere. I
gotta add chicken wings to my pile too. So puppies, chicken wings, really good chicken wings.
Yeah, you know what? We could probably pass the Hershey with almonds and say McDonald's.
Trash food.
Yeah. Pistachios are good too. And hell, I've been eating sunflower seeds the last 2 hours I've been with y'all. So yeah, it's a hard one. But the McDonald's is a guaranteed win. The McDonald's, like Buffy knows, if I'm on the road and there's that golden arch, I will find one. It's got to have
a milkshake, Buffy. You like a good milkshake. that could be another one for you.
Me and my road trip to Smith County, I stop at the Sonic in Gallatin and get a milkshake, and then the McDonald's in Hartsville to get my food.
So I know my third. Puppy, chicken wings, and a Buc-ee's.
Yeah.
And I'm coming back because Buc-ee's has everything. Just summon me in a Buc-ee's and you got.
Laura does like a hot fudge sundae. She just said hot fudge sundae. So yeah.
Here I come. Crack fries.
Ooh, crack fries.
Well, I know that this was a rough one, guys, because it has.
We
didn't have Morgan.
Can I tell you? It's only Wednesday, and it has been a week, and it's just work has been absolutely atrocious. And man, I was really looking forward to tonight though, because I think all of us just needed. Vernon, I know you with the whole like Apple release. You're just like all over the crazy. We've got Buffy. She's having to deal with little feral kittens and like everything. But Ashley, hers would be coffee, photos of her kids, and spooky stuff. Those are really good.
I'm going to see if
I can
get this.
Her kids are my godchildren, so I can understand that.
Oh,
they are beautiful children.
If you want it's been 3 days this week, but it seems like it's been a year. It's been a horrible week. Oh, no. There's the babies.
These were the two that we rescued late Monday night. There were 4 that we pulled from the underside of our house. Mama moved 2, but abandoned the other 2. Those 2. But those 2 have they have gone to a rescue. They still had to be bottle fed, so that was all day. That was all day yesterday. They still had to be bottle fed and dealt with till we could get them where they needed to go, and all of that. We do know that we now know as of this afternoon, we don't know where Mama Farrell has moved them to, but we do know she has them and they are eating and they're good. We've seen Mama and we know she's feeding them.
Oh, that's good.
So we'll probably see them running around the house before long, and we'll be able to trapped them and we're going to trap them and have them fixed. We won't move them, but we'll have them fixed. And
Yeah, that's good.
then let them live their best little feral lives around here. So.
Well, you guys, we made it.
We did.
It's been a rough ride, but we've made it. We've combined all of our brain cells from a very stressful week. And thanks to everybody in chat for helping us out, because it really has been a crazy week.
You have lifted us up through this one tonight.
and one more day until we see most of the chat.
That's right. One more day before Maggie Mansion. We've got, actually, before we even went live, we had our Maggie Mansion meeting. So we have a really incredible weekend planned, and we cannot wait to welcome you all to the Maggie Mansion. But if y'all don't have anything else, then we'll go ahead and end this puppy and put ourselves to bed, because it's time for night-night.
I'm going to eat dinner that I cooked 2 hours
like
ago.
Molly has been night back here pretty much the whole time.
But thank you all so very much for all your support. Feel free to share this out. Like us, friend us, follow us, love us. We love you. Please love us. Love us. Please love us.
Thank you for getting through this with us.
Yes.
It's been rough, you guys. But the next Para Unity we're probably going to have in December, as we talk about our favorite moments of the year and all that stuff. But we're going to get through October first.
I know my favorite moment of the year.
Falling asleep in the hallway of a school.
No.
Either that or being felt up at the Ditto House.
I know. I couldn't help it. The Diddle House.
Quite moving.
But thank you all so very much. We adore you. Thank you for all your support. And we absolutely adore you all. So we will see you on the next one. Y'all be safe. And we will talk at y'all later. Bye-bye.
Bye.